front. You know, sometimes they're already going to go to their hip. All right, so if I'm here, I'm not worried about running them more to their hip. I just want their hip on the mat. All right, so if that happens, you're already good. Just keep your knee up by the head, pressure on the shoulder.
Christopher.
Okay, tough.
Christopher.
Also, if you're having trouble pulling the hips down, it's probably because you're too far back, away from their head. You need to create that angle by going out to their head, so there's all this open space here that I'm trying to put his hips in, okay? And you may not get it on the first pull. You might have to work at this since wrestling isn't easy, and you have to pull, so you get it down, okay? So the goal is to get the hip on the mat. So the first turns I'm going to show are if you get the wrist out when you're doing that breakdown. So from the wrist, all right, so I'm here, and I pull, and his wrist pops out. Okay, see how that happens? Just kind of pops out. I'm pulling on it. You know, even on good wrestlers, a lot of times the wrist will pop out. They're not really used to that breakdown. All right, so once I get it up on his back, I pinch his hips. If he's doing this, it's okay. Just put your knee on him. Don't put it back. All right, so put it here. So the wrist, my hand that started on his wrist, is going to stay on his arm throughout the whole move. Okay, so once that's here, also I like to pull it back, kind of at an angle towards his hip here, because I don't even want to mess with 90. If you go past it, it's illegal. So make sure that you're very careful with your teammate right now. So if we're all at the same camp, everybody's a teammate. Okay, so we don't want to hurt our teammate, and we don't want to hurt our opponents either. So in a live match, don't go past 90. Plus, you could get dinged the point for it. So I go at an angle here to his hip. Once I get this, I can let go of this hand after my knee goes to the elbow here, and I pinch his elbow between his body and my knee. All right. So notice that I'm just bringing my knee to the mat when I pinch his elbow, but close as I can to his body. All right. So I'm not putting my knee on top of his elbow here, because I actually think that's illegal, but I'm just pinching his elbow between his body and my knee, bringing my knee to the mat. All right. So if you're doing it right, this shoulder will come up because it really hurts over here. All right. So I'm just gonna let up a little bit. So once my knee hits the mat, it never leaves again the rest of the move. Okay, that's my pivot point. So from here, once he's got this space here, I just grab it. Okay. I try to go all the way across his throat for a claw. All right, but if I can't, maybe he's a big, strong guy, that's my weight, and I can't get it all the way deep as I want, I just gotta grab right here, a short little claw, okay? But wherever you grab, you want it to be as tight as it can. So for me, it's really tight here, but if he's a bigger person, I need it really tight here. All right, the next thing is I step up really high as I can, okay? Because I'm gonna lift him straight up, here, like this, all right? So I'm not just gonna come here and just drive to this move, I'm gonna lift him to it, all right? So I'm keeping it legal, all right? I'm pinching it here, grabbing this here, straight up and over. All right, and then I pinch his body, I'm pinching this arm, and it's really tight on here, all right? If your partner's complaining about pain, just give them a break, okay? So you can't scissor anymore. I think that's illegal now. So you just have to pinch here, then hold. All right, so I'm gonna show it one more time.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of a lot at one time. Sorry about that. All right. So I'm just gonna show from once I already got the wrist on the back. So if you guys want to start here, you can, but do a couple times the breakdown to it, just so you still get that on your mind. All right. So I'm here. My knee right here. This little pit on my knee goes at his elbow. Pinch it down to the mat. The shoulder comes up because it hurts over here. That means I'm doing it right. I step up high, at least at his armpit level. Grab the deep claw, lift him straight up, and I go over my knee, okay? And then I pinch here. All right, if he tries to roll away from me, I put my leg right here. Maybe I can kick this foot out. If he tries to come into me, I either can lift up here, or I can lift up here. All right, give it a try. 1, 2.